Hey everybody, just wanted to thank everybody for the well wishes. We were out here for a couple weeks, so my apologies to anybody that expected a video, but I'm out again, and I'm gonna walk this field here. It's been plowed up and washed down, and I'm gonna just look for some signs. And I haven't been in this field before, so I don't know if there'll be anything here or not, but it's very windy today, so it may be kind of a slow day. And if it's a slow day, I won't do a whole lot of filming, but I'm glad I'm back. On with the show. Well, folks, I did find a little tiny bead here. It looks like it's plastic, I had to guess. Yeah, probably plastic. Not what I'm after. Well, it's some random little pottery bits here. Not enough to justify anything, but that's a decent sign. I'm always kind of in this area because I did eyeball a bayonet here about 3 fields over, so it's not a bad thing to walk a field, you know. All right, back at it. Well, folks, there's definitely more signs in here in this field. Pottery, plain pottery, some glass, things like that. There's a little piece of wood from a trash bin. I'm not quite certain that there's anything old in here, but I'll do a little bit of eyeballing before I decide to get a detector out. Folks, here's another bead, more plastic. So I want something that's got some age on it today. Saw a crosser button up here in the side wall too, but I'm not going to stick around very long here. I'm going to try to find something that's going to have some older stuff. Well, folks, I'm on to site number 2. I'm going to try this field out a little bit. I found a couple things here in the past, and I just got a little musket ball. It's always thin, and I don't have high hopes, but let's fingers crossed. All right, let's get to it. Well, folks, I got a round item here, and sorry for the wind. That is one of 2 things. It's either a flat button or it's a Maynard casing. May have solder there, so it may be a Maynard casing. I've dug a couple of Maynard carbine bullets in this field, so nice Civil War relic there if it has a center hole in the middle. Otherwise, it's a flat button, but I think it's probably a Maynard. All right, cool. Well, folks, got an old bronze nail, handmade bronze nail. That's pretty cool. All right, keep digging. Well, folks, here's a little tiny pistol. It still has a sprue on the bottom, you can tell. So that is from a boot pistol. I'm pleased to have that little tiny boot pistol bullet. Cool. Got another one of these thick handmade brass nails. That's kind of interesting. I like those. All right. Let's find some more old stuff. Nailed it again. I think this is the nail capital of the world here. All right, back to digging. Well, folks, I'm in another spot here. There's pottery and stuff. Here's a little hand-painted pottery. That's fairly old, depending on what it looked like when it was whole. I'm just going to do a little searching around in here. There's another field behind me. I'm going to try it too. We'll see what I scratch up. Well, folks, I just got a fired musket ball. I am working this area pretty slowly. I've found all kinds of pottery pieces. Most of it's white pottery. Some of it's got hand-painted designs or spongeware. It's the right age. I'm just thinking anything could be in here, so I'm going to work it kind of slowly and see what I find. Well, folks, I'm sitting down taking a little break. I just can't believe the amount of pottery, and even found a bunch of pipe stems, a couple pipe stems, and no metal items whatsoever. This is the 3rd site today, and my intuition is kind of striking out. I'm kind of almost getting on stuff, but not quite. So I'm just gonna take a little break here and think about where else I can go. Maybe scare something up today. It is very peaceful, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, I would like to find more than what I have. Just a couple of nice items would be good. But we shall see. Catch you all in a bit. All right, folks. Well, I'm on a site that I beat to death, but figured I could maybe make some finds here. Don't know what this is yet. I'm not sure that it's good. It's right on top, which tells me that I need to do this again. I think it's a pocket watch guts piece. Yeah, something like that, most likely. Yep. Well, folks, second target, and I think I have Civil War. Heck yeah. That's exactly what that is. That's a solid base. What is that, a Sharps? Not sure. Dropped bullet. Maybe carved, look. Maybe carved. Cool. Well, folks, I don't know what this is, but it looks like a stunning religious medallion. Little tiny thing. Probably silver. It's got this almost holographic stone in it. Wow. That is cool. It's, basically it's Mary. There's a little tiny loop here at the top. If I hadn't seen it, it would not have beeped. That is just way cool. That's a find that you would just never ever find otherwise, you know? Holy cow. I literally love it. I love it. All right, back to digging. Woohoo! What do we have here on the surface? It looks like a fiddleback spoon. I bet it is. Yep. Fiddleback spoon. Mid to late 1800s. Very popular design. Cool. Hey everybody. Just walked up on this. That's an old lock of some sort. These real thin-bodied ones don't ever clean up all that well, but I may give it a try. Pretty cool. All right, let's keep digging. Well, folks, I think this is another clock piece. I thought it was a large flat button at first that was damaged, but yeah, clock piece. Cool. Hey everybody, I just flopped out a shallow button here. It's a two-piece. It's looking good for period. Come on, be something cool. Be something cool. It's been up against a brick. Huh. I don't know. Don't see anything on it. But I bet it's probably an eagle button, but it could be who knows what. I'm excited about it though. I'm gonna clean that up when I get home. So stick around for the finds wrap up. Well folks, I think I have an inkwell button here. Yep, sure enough. I don't find too many of those. It's kind of cool. Blue. Got a big baby doll leg and some 40-mile-an-hour wind. All right. Let's keep digging while the sun's out. Well, folks, what do you think that is? Big snake wire. Piece from a steam valve, pressure valve. Cool. Okay, I think I have a marble. Yep, finally got some marblage today. Nice. Cool. Well, folks, I think I got another marvelous find here. It's getting dark, so I'm gonna probably finish this and head home. I'm sure the wind has ruined all my footage today. So cool. Well, I got another marble here. And this one has the remains of the original paint. You can see that very faintly, the lines that were drawn around it. The water washes this off a lot of times. Just very faint concentric lines. That's kind of cool. Wow. Well, I think that's probably my last find. I think I'm probably hitting the road. So I will catch you all on the next episode. Thanks for the support as always. And shout out to my newest member and sponsor of this hunt, Jersey Ray Diggs. Thanks. Well, I spoke too soon. I got a really pretty find here. That is a stunning marble. It's a shame these things get beaten up. That is really, really cool. No idea how old that is, but that's not like any of the others that I've ever found. Wow. Really special. All right. Catch you all on the next. Well, folks, a lot of times things don't look like much, but this has aluminum rot, and I'm pretty sure that is a good for token that has been curled up. So I'm going to unroll that, clean it, and unroll it, and see if it is what I think it is. I'll be right back. Well, this indeed was a good for token. I've been able to identify it. It is toast. It was rolled up. I wonder if it was rolled up to be a tip on like a caulk or some sort of a paste or something that came in a tube. Would have made a good use for that. At any rate, on with the show. Hey everybody, it's time for the finds wrap up. First thing I want to do is pan you through all the junk and scrap and bits that I got. All that's going to be recycled. I got some pack rivets and some junk and some crappy lead. Now let's get on to the good stuff. Okay, it took me a little while to get on a spot, but I got this first site that had the nails and pieces of Civil War carved lead. Almost positive, because the only thing that was really there pretty much was Civil War stuff. A little pistol bullet, and this is indeed the bottom of a Maynard carbine casing. You can tell by the little flash hole there. Then on the second side, it was an absolute bust. I got a couple more pipe stems I haven't cleaned yet, and yeah, that's pretty crappy. Then in this last spot, hinge and some stuff. Forget what these things are called. Don't remember. This little interesting piece I'll probably keep until I figure out what it was. I'm gonna even a plastic item there. Prosser buttons, some nice marbles. This plantation token, good for token. That was here. Got a National Rubber Company. Actually, no, I think that's a Goodyear patent button. So that's an old rubber button. Got a aluminum button there. Looks like maybe a Sharps or something. Sharps variant. The inkwell button here, which I was pleased to have. This little tiny 3-hole button. Here's the religious medallion. I never would have ever found that if it hadn't just been laying there. And that graphic on the front there, under, looks like it's maybe a thin piece of gold underneath a jewel, some sort of a, maybe even amber or something. But it's Our Lady of Graces. And on the back here is that M with the bar and the cross above. And I was most pleased with this button. You can tell that it is an old one, 1850s, from the raised mark depressed channel, and it is a dragoon button. So I'm super pleased with that. So thanks so much. Y'all have a great week, and I'll see you all on the next.